Hey guys, it's Tina here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can master a full coverage, flawless base using the baking method. So if you want to see how I go from this to this, make sure you keep watching and I'll show you how. Now, the first and most important step is to prep your skin correctly. So today I'm going to be using the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, and this is great for all skin types. I've been loving this product. I use it instead of any primer, so I just pop this in the morning, let it sit for about 5 minutes or so, and then apply my foundation on top. So I'm just going to do that now and apply a good amount. Shake, shake, shake. Just about that much, and that's enough for my whole face. So I'm just gonna work it into my skin like you would with any other moisturizer. Next, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. Today, I'll be using my Makeup Forever HD foundation in the number 123. So I'm just gonna apply that on with my Rae Morris foundation brush. And for this step, you just wanna really just apply the foundation on. It doesn't have to be blended in or anything yet, because I'm gonna use a beauty blender to work it into my skin. So I'm just going to spread that all around, and I usually leave under the eye area free because I'm going to go in with concealer. So I'm just going to apply it to the rest of my face. Then I'm going to grab my beauty blender and just work that product in. So I'm using a good amount of pressure to really press and work it into my skin. Otherwise, it's not going to blend in properly, so use enough pressure and don't be shy. Then I'm going to go back in and apply a bit more foundation on the areas that I feel need a bit more coverage, and that's usually around my nose and a bit on my cheeks as well. Next, I'm going to move on to under my eyes. So I'm going to conceal today with my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer in the shade Light Sand. And I'm just going to use my Rae Morris foundation brush to apply that on. So with under the eyes, I just like to draw like a upside down triangle. This sort of highlights that area and also brightens up under my eyes. And do the same with this side. It doesn't have to be perfect, because again, I'm going to go in with my trusty beauty blender. Then with the rest remaining on my brush, I'm just going to apply a bit on my forehead just so I can highlight, and around my nose bridge. Then the next step, you know it, I'm going to grab my beauty blender and work it in. Now I'm working that concealer all the way up to my lash line, and I don't have to worry because I haven't done my lower lash line makeup yet, so I do that after, but you want to really work it up there. Cool, so now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to move on to contouring. Today I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and I'll be using the shade Cinnamon. Also, I'm going to use my MAC 224 brush to apply this product. Now, I do have a couple of videos on how to contour, but basically, I just apply the contour on the hollows of my cheeks, around my nose bridge, around my forehead, and sort of around my jawline as well. So I'm just going to do that. Make sure you keep your lines quite thin. You don't want anything too thick, because when you blend it out, it does diffuse out a bit. So keeping the line a bit thinner will help you with your blending. Now I'm going to grab my best friend, the beauty blender again, and just work that contour in. So this is pretty tedious. It does take a bit of time and effort. That's why I usually do it for special occasions, or one of these night outs. I wouldn't do it every day just because I don't have enough time every day. You know what? No, I do have enough time every day, but I don't want to. I think it's a bit too much for me. Now I'm going to grab a sponge, and I've just wet it before so it's a bit damp, and I'm going to use this to bake my base. I'm sure you guys have seen images of the baking process on Instagram and social media, and if you haven't, it's basically applying an excessive amount of powder to set and highlight those areas that you want to sort of stand out. So today I'm going to show you guys how to do that. For my powder today, I'll be using my Mercier translucent powder. Now I'm just going to grab some of that powder onto my sponge, and I want a good amount, so don't be shy. So I'm going to apply this powder under my eyes where I've applied my concealer, and you want it to look pretty powdery. You want a lot of powder on there. So what this actually does is help set the products you have on underneath. So I leave it on for about 5 to 10 minutes and then I usually do the rest of my face. And yeah, when I knock the powder off, it leaves that area really nice and highlighted. So I'm just going to apply this on the other areas like my forehead and my nose. And I'm just going to apply a bit down here so that my contour sort of stands out a little bit more. Alrighty, so next I'm going to set the darker areas and I'll be using my Anastasia contour kit, the powder version obviously, and I'm going to use the shade Fawn and Havana mixed together. And for this step I'm going to be using my Rae Morris Deluxe Pro Blender brush. So I'm just going to mix the colours together, get that nice warmth in there, and I'm just going to apply it over the areas that I've contoured. So this sort of sets that area and gives it that extra oomph and warms it up a little bit as well. I'm going to apply a bit around my nose again just to set the sides. Cool, so I'm still going to let that sit on my skin for a couple more minutes. So I'm just going to move on to my lips. And today I'm going to be using the NARS Isola Belle lip pencil. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lips. Cool, so it's time to knock off all this powder and you can just use any fluffy brush, it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to sweep that all away. Cool, so now that I've knocked all the excess powder off, can you guys see the difference in my skin? It looks sort of photoshopped and airbrushed, and that's thanks to the baking method. So if you guys are after this look for that special occasion or for photos or formals or whatever it is, try this method and you'll see the difference in your photos. So I hope you guys have enjoyed another one of my videos. Make sure you try this technique at home and wear it out for your next special event because it will make a difference, especially in photos. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to stay updated with future videos and leave any suggestions, leave any suggestions below and I'm going to speak to you guys next time. Bye!